do it.
Come together. We can start with that one.
Right now.
Right now. Over me. Yeah. I think Mark's on to something about this Shabbat. I wish I knew all the lyrics. For tomorrow's thing. How are you? Doing well, thanks. Doing good. Yeah, no, we're good. You're good. You want to help me? You want to help me? We start in 5. You want to help me? With what? Just being here? Want to help the bat mitzvah girl? Want to help your classmate? Maybe. Yeah, of course. Nice to see you. Good. You should meet the rabbi. He's a nice guy. He doesn't like serious. How are you? Nice to meet you too.
Wait till you leave us. You can say that.
Only It is. We are definitely a place of what. Yeah, definitely. Typically, no, but I think considering the situation.
We'll work on it next time. Whatever it was.
I mean, typically I would bring her up to help, so she can stand next to me and sing if she wants to, but she doesn't lead. So typically what they would do, we would have the first half we would keep them seated, the second half and all that, then she can come up and just kind of come on. And if I hear, usually this happens, if I hear them starting to sing louder, I just kind of back off or just to them. So things like things like Flush My Israel.
That's going to be up to you.
Yeah, I'll let her do it. Yeah, I'll let her do it. I'll gauge her. I don't know her attitude. I don't know where she's very speaking.
You could actually.
Like people like my son moving down the road, the ones that figured it out. But I can't consider it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. I'm glad you light them, because when I used to light them, I always use this one. So we're going to start with just the normal nigun, because I didn't plan anything. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know. Did she do Hallelujah last 2 weeks? I don't want to keep repeating the same song. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we should go back to the No, not tonight. And we'll incorporate your notes, Shalom, just not this week. I want something familiar for Barbara. Sure. Hi, Steve. I saw you on the street. I saw you driving by. I should have pulled over.
And your heart just skipped a beat.
It did skip a beat, but I was in the wrong lane to pull over and be like, hop on in, Steve. Hop on in.
No, I was fine. I can't help it.
I take hitchhikers, only ones I know. So we're just going to start with, I'm going to do some normal Karli Bach Nigun this time, and then we'll just go through the normal order of the Shalom Aleichem. Yeah, it's my usual gig tonight. Oops, too loud. Sorry? I didn't make it to I know, and I didn't make it to send an email before Shabbat because I just came from work, so spread the word. I think everybody that was there last week knew, so we're well, the building will be locked and shut down, so there's nobody here. That's why I had to cancel, because I don't want people to work on the holiday. This Sunday, I canceled choir rehearsal because of this. It's Labor Day week. I don't want to give everybody out, because the building is shut down. So it's advertised in the booklet that there's a rehearsal this Sunday. And there was no Night Shabbat went out this week.
It just went out.
Oh. To remember Shabbat.
She just
But David was on par until like this week. She's not giving direction. I understand. No, but it's true. It's really true. Well, and that's what I mean. Like, I'm a little overwhelmed too. Not to expect patients to get there. I think I'm not used to that. I don't really get to go. Like,
the only difference is that I know things will all close. So it'll be fine, but I have to go from Gordon's first.
right. And I know Arlene called me talking a little bit this week. Oh, but it's I think because in the past,
I understand that because clergy don't have
yeah, because last year I came to, I mean, and actually, considering everything, we already had a plan. We designated solos to serve properly in this area. And now it's just like, I'm like, I get it, we still have a little bit of time, but I mean, I'm leaving this week and I come back and I'm like, it's going to be too late. So, like, for our legal.
Shabbat Shalom, we begin with a nigun. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Yallai lalai, yallai lalai, yallai lalai, yallai lalai. Page 5, Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharetz, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem li Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Melech,
ברכוני לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. צאתכם לשלום, מלאכי השלום, מלאכי עליון. מי מלך מלאכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Candle lighting is found in the brachot, the bracha. Blessing for the candle is found on page 4. We'd like to invite our bat mitzvah for this Shabbat and her family who would like to come up, and anyone else who would like to join them up to the bima for the bracha. For those of you who are fairly new to our sanctuary, we're not going anywhere until people start coming up.
We're just going to keep playing this
This is
beautiful
Muzak.
interlude
Yes.
over and over again on replay. Anybody?
We can
Bueller?
keep this up for a while. So I'd like to talk about my Kol Nidre sermon.
Lovely. I can't wait to hear it.
Oh, look, people are coming up. I guess the last thing in the world they want.
Oh, never mind. And ready and Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner v'tzivanu להדליק נר וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת. Thank you.
Page 11 for Lechu Niranana.
לכו נרננה לאדוני, לכו נרננה לאדוני, נריע לצור אישנו, נקדמה פניו בתודה. לכו נרננה לאדוני, לכו נרננה אדוני, נריע לצור אישנו, נקדמה פניו בתודה. נריע לצור אישנו, נקדמה פניו בתודה. במזרות נריע לו, במזרות נריע לו, במזרות נריע לו.
Page 16 for Or Zarua.
אור זרוע לצדיק ולאיש חלב שמחה. אור
Page 20 for Romamu.
רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו והשתחוו להר קודשו.
Page 21, please rise. Mizmor LeDavid.
מזמור לדוד, הבו לאדוני בני אלים, הבו לאדוני כבוד ועוז. איי איי איי, הבו לאדוני כבוד שמו, השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש. כל אדוני על המים אל הכבוד ירים. אדוני על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח. איי איי איי, כל אדוני בהדר. כל אדוני שובר ארזים. וישבר אדוני את ארצי הלבנון, וירקידם כמו עגל לבנון. וסריון כמו ורעינים. איי איי איי, כל אדוני חוצב הקודש. כל אדוני יכיל מדבר. יכיל אדוני מדבר קדש. כל אדוני חולל איילות. ויחל סוף יערון ובהיכלו כולו אומר כבוד. איי איי איי, אדוני למבול ישב. ישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן. אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. די 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 די.
Please be seated. Lechadodi, page 23.
לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד הוא שמו, ברכה. מראש מקדם ניסוך סוף מעשה, במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קהלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Verse 8, ימין ושמאל תפרוצי, ואת אדוני תריצי. על יד איש אין פרצי, ואין נשמחה ואין הגילה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, בני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Last verse. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, בני שבת נקבלה. Now I want to hear you all sing this.
לך דודי לקראת קהלה, בני
שבת נקבלה.
Page 27, מזמור שיר.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. להגיד בבוקר חסדך, ואמונתך בלילות, עלי אסור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון וחינוך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך הרני. הגולו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. Yes. 3 more times. Okay, wonderful.
Please take your hands, put them about this far apart, and go like this. You can do it.
We're going to sing the Friday. He wants to engage. I just FYI.
Within our tradition, we show joyous occasions by doing lots of different things. One of the things we do is sing. But we recognize that you may not be familiar with all the songs that we're doing. And also, if no one else is singing, it becomes a peer problem. But everyone knows how to clap. So, we're going to do the chorus of these ones here 3 more times.
I'll go like this. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. We're going to change it a little bit. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר ששמך עליון. One more time, a little faster. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, ולזמר לשמך עליון. That was good. Now you all know what 8th notes are like and 16th notes are not. It's like a rhythm lesson.
For those of you who come back next week, this side will do quarters and this side will do eighths. But for now, we're going to continue with Sadiq Katamar on page 28.
Fractions. Sadiq Katamar yifrach ki eretz Valvanon yizke shetulim behevet Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu od yenuvun beseva deshenim verananim yiyu leagid ki yashar Adonai suri velo avlata bo.
Page 29.
עדותיך נאמנו מאוד, להביתך נא וקודש אדוני לאורך ימים.
Will all those who wish please rise and recite Mourner's Kaddish with me on page 30. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'olma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael v'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam uleomei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar, v'yitale, v'yitalal, shmei dekutcha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'olma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Please be seated. Yom Kippur is coming. I hope that's not a surprise to anyone. And in the spirit of Yom Kippur, I've come to confess. I have several things to confess. The first is, I went through adolescence being embarrassed. Now, I've gotten that off my chest. But I want to tell you the two most embarrassing things that happened to me in my adolescence. You can judge whether I need a life after that. The first is, in 6th grade, I beat up Joey Levine. Now, he deserved it. But, that said, I did hit him a couple of times. But by far, the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me in my adolescence came my first day, not my first day, but my second week in high school. There I was, Albemarle Senior High School in Charlottesville, Virginia. And it was the second week of school, and I had missed the first 2 days of school because it was Rosh Hashanah. So like every good student, I had a religious excuse slip from both my rabbi and my mother. So I went to my homeroom teacher, and I handed my excuse slip in. And she sent me right down to the principal. Now, I didn't know what I was being sent to the principal for, but my note accompanied me. And Mr. Hurt, who was my principal, looked at it and he said, with the most wonderful North Carolina accent I'd ever heard, which I am not going to try to duplicate because it's impossible. He said, I know of no church that requires its parishioners to be absent during the weekdays for religious holidays. So I said, I'm Jewish. Mr. Hurt didn't know what that meant. Now, it eventually got cleared up, and I did graduate from high school. I was able to go to college, and the rest is history. But it's hard going to school when your school doesn't recognize that Jewish holidays fall inconveniently during the week most of the time. And it is inconvenient. Now, I can also tell you that as a rabbi, I much prefer the holidays on the weekends. Because when they fall on the weekday, you have to deal with days of holiday, of Yontif, and Shabbat. And believe me, that's really not fun. It may look like it's fun, but it's not. It's logistically very trying. I was thinking about all of this because we're at the Labor Day weekend. Wouldn't it be nice if Rosh Hashanah always fell on Saturday and Sunday? And then, thank you. Positive reinforcement is always acceptable, by the way. Or how about this? How about if it was Sunday, Monday, and we could have Monday off, so we could watch Monday Night Football and have been rested? So, wouldn't it be nice? And the answer is yes, it would be nice. But it's not going to happen. And the reason it's not going to happen is because the inconvenience of Jewish holidays is an extremely important part of our tradition and of Jewish culture. Think about it. Does anyone really know what the origin of Labor Day is? And I'm not going to tell you, but I looked it up. It's pretty common sense. But look at the American secular holidays. Look at Labor Day. Look at July 4th. Look at Thanksgiving. And look at Christmas, because to all intents and purposes, it is a secular holiday. No matter what we think, it is a secular holiday. Look what's happened to it. There's a natural, if you will, evolution, because when the holidays are originally intended, they had meaning. Because to the generations of people that created those holidays, there was deep meaning. Armistice Day instead of Veterans Day. All of these days meant something. But there's an evolution as the generations go by and time passes to not remember the intense feelings that these days generated. And so they eventually become Hallmark days. They become days when we have barbecues, or they become days when we go to the beach. But they're not really holy days. They're holidays. As opposed to within the Jewish tradition, when you have Rosh Hashanah falling on the weekday, you'll never, ever mistake it for a secular holiday. When you have Hanukkah showing up on those 8 days, yes, there is a cultural phenomenon known as Hanukkah, but the religious message of Hanukkah is clear. Passover. It would be nice if we had the Seders on the weekend, but we don't. The general rule is that the one who controls the calendar controls the culture. And we know that minorities, when they give in to the calendar of the majority, lose a portion of their identity. Now, it's true that most Jews don't celebrate the second day of Rosh Hashanah, but I would submit to you that the tension that is brought up into us by having to make the decision whether we go to work on Rosh Hashanah or we come to the temple or the synagogue is one of the things that makes us Jewish. And it gives us our identity. So as long as our tradition is strong, we will continue to have Rosh Hashanah whenever it falls. Yes, sometimes it falls early, and yes, sometimes it falls late. But from a traditional perspective, it always falls on time. We'll continue with the Baruch Hu on page 39a. Please rise.
I'd love to have the bar mitzvah girl up here if she would like to come and join me as well while we're doing the second half of our service.
Please be seated.
39a, ומביר יום מביא לילה ומבדיל בין יום ולילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, על חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו עולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני המעריב ערבי.
Page 40.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת. תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, בשוכבנו ובקומנו, נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגויה יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגויה יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגויה יומם ולילה. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגויה יומם ולילה. ידאי די 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 די, ידאי די 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 די, ידאי די 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 די, ידאי די 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 די, ידאי די 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 די, ידאי די 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 די. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. Sarah, do you want to come up and do the Shema with us? Come on up. Put her on the spot a couple times tonight. Little preview of tomorrow morning, right? Come on, do the Shema with me. Wonderful. All right. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta
את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ותפארתם בששתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובפגמך וקשרתם מאוד על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך. We continue on page 44.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא 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 תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא 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 תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה. זה לי ענו ויאמרו, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה. זה לי ענו ויאמרו. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא 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 תהילות עושה פלא. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא 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 תהילות אוסף אלה. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא 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 תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. ונאמר כי בדע אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
We read together on page 45. Allow us, Adonai our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel, and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us, remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over us and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace, now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Please rise. Page 46.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום,
Page 45.
ועובידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והובידנו מלכנו לחיים. Einu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, ve'omidenu malkeinu lechayim. Ushmu tzitenu השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, והובידנו מלכנו לחיים. עמידנו מלכנו לחיים.
Please remain standing on
Now
page
remain
46.
All children, come on up. Anyone who's under the age of
75.
25. You said so. I said 25.
Or 90.
It's in our interpretation. All children, come up. Surround me. Yes. Come on up. Veshamru. Now we all clap. B'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat. Woo! La'asot et HaShabbat לדורותם בריתותיי. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם בריתותיי. everybody. You all succeed to embarrass me. You can all have a seat. You all can have a seat. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
וילמד יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי. בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל. בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעלם ולמעלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי קודשה ברכו להילה מנקור ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה תמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן.
The silent Amidah begins on page 47 and continues through page 51. You may be seated when finished.
שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. 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 כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. וטוב בעיניך נברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
The Mishaberach, the prayer for those who are ill, is found on page 173. As I walk through the congregation, please, if you have the name of someone you would like remembered, please meet me in the middle. If for some reason you are blocked, raise your hand and I will come and find you.
Find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Page 54, at this time in preparation for Kiddush, we'd like to invite the Bat Mitzvah and the Bat Mitzvah's family to come up along with anyone else who would like to join us. And anyone else who would like to, on page 54, please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidishanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'ahava uvratzon inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereishit ki hu yom techila למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. Amen. L'chaim. Now you can drink. Ooh, that was the real deal. All righty. Clean the vocal folds. That was the real deal.
Page 56. Please remain standing.
Aleinu לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים מן העל, ושכינתו זו בגב מרומים. הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, אמת מלכנו ופסודתו, ככתוב בתורתו. וידעת היום והשבות אל לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים מן העל, ועל הארץ מתחת. אין עוד Good job. Oh, she ran. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו Thank you for being a good sport. You all may be seated.
This week we remember the Yortzites of Sam Cohen, Jake Cohn, Carolyn Devon, Henry Glick, Lily Sacknowitz-Gordon, Bobby Marie Harris, Lieb Holland, Minnie Kalo, Sylvia Lee Brown Cantor, Harry Cantor, Sidney Karen, Samuel Kimmelman, Virginia Kincaid, Lester Lerich, Shirley Levine, Francis Maisel, Samuel Mazer, Yechiel Ozer, Sheldon Pazernick, Benjamin Plesikow, Joel Herbert Pullen, Paula Zucker-Reback, John Roach, Robert Bob Ross, Anna Altman Schwartz, Claudia Serfati, Michael Shapiro, Libby Stuhl, Lily Tarr, Barbara Singer-Thomas, Renee Mizrahi-White, and Samuel Zucker. And we mourn with the families of Sandra Schoenfeld over the loss of her husband, Amy Sugarman over the loss of her father, and Craig Teplitz over the loss of his father. Will all those who wish please rise and recite Mourner's Kaddish with me on page 58. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, b'yolma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, b'agala uv'yizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam olomei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekusha b'reichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran v'olma v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru.
Amen.
Please be seated. I'd like to ask our president to make the announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. So great to see everybody here. Barb came in the door at about 5 to 6 and said, there are 5 cars out there. Sari needs a minion, so let's go to services. So Mazel Tov to the Valdez family on this beautiful occasion. We look forward to seeing you become Bat Mitzvah tomorrow. A couple of quick announcements. High Holiday Reserve Parking the deadline is September 9th, so please contact the office if you're interested in that. Saturday, September 17th, we have a very special Selichot service. We have Rabbi Cantor Rabbi Israel Singer, who's actually coming from Israel to join us for the high holidays, and he'll be leading our Selichot service. Our Agudas potluck is back on Friday, September 23rd. Please bring a dairy dish. The 8th annual kosher barbecue is November 6th. And if you're interested in a team, please visit the website that's listed in the program book. We have a bat mitzvah girl who is collecting fabrics of different colors, shapes, and patterns. And so if you have any used fabric, she's making stuffed animals to donate to children in need, please drop them off at the office. We have several other great events and educational classes. They're featured here in the program. I encourage you to look at those details. And I look forward to celebrating with you all tomorrow. And have a great Shabbat. Thank you.
We'll conclude the service with Adon Olam. Adon Olam is found on page 211, and during Adon Olam, you will notice that the bat mitzvah and members of her family and anyone else who would like will come up to prepare us for motzi.
Come on up. If you're, again, a minor in mindset, you may come up and join us for Adon Olam. We're going to do some fun gestures with it. Choir members that are here, I see a lot of them. Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol B'rip Yitzir Nivra, Ding Dong, Liet Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Adon Olam, V'harei Kichlot HaKol, Levado Yimloch Nora, Adon Olam, Vehu Haya, Vehu Hove, Vehu Yeh B'tifara, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Ding Dong Liet Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Adon Olam, Vehu Echad, V'ein Sheni, Lehamshilo Lehachbira, Adon Olam, Beli Reshit, Beli Tachlit, Belo Ha'oz V'ha'misra, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Ding Dong Liet Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Adon Olam, Vehu Eli, V'chai Goali, V'tzorchem Li V'yetzara, Adon Olam, Vehu Nisi, Umanos Li, Minat Kosi V'yom Mikra, Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Asher Malach, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, Ding Dong Liet Nasa, B'chef Sokol, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, Adon Olam, V'ya'ado Avtid Ruchi, V'et Ishan V'ya'ira, Adon Olam, V'im Ruchi
more the merrier. Amen. Lots of bread. Shabbat shalom. Shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat shalom. Hey, Shabbat, 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 shalom. Shabbat, 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 shalom. Shabbat, 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 shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Help yourself to some wonderful challah bread. Or Nasha's outside. Shabbat. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. You should do some bossa nova with that. It is a band. You haven't been here in a while, Garrett. And I'm going to put you up here.
Take a little piece. Oh, you have enough. You have enough.
He's British.